All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition on the Franchise Hour. This is season 2, episode 7, and we have with us a very interesting gentleman who is actually in a very unusual business for his gender because he's in the nail business. And I'm welcoming Mr. Ferdie Opena, the owner of Nail.Glow.
Hello,
And then
RK.
afterwards, hi Ferdie, welcome to the franchise hour of this week. And then afterwards, we will talk with Mr. David Abrenilla about the PHILSME Expo, which will happen next week. So first we will talk to Ferdie. As I said earlier, it's a bit uncommon. We both agreed on that a guy, and we are talking about nails. So I
Yeah.
know you did not start with nails. What did you do actually before you went into the nail salon business?
Yeah, we started with the burger store. We're selling
Hmm.
burgers and sandwiches before. That's our first business venture before going to NDC.
But I remember when I met you the first time, which is already now more than 10 years ago, I guess, diba?
Yeah.
Uh, you were still employed actually when you started being
Y-
on the entrepreneurial spirits.
Yeah, I'm working as a medical representative before, but I was in as a sales manager in the major hospitals in Quezon City. My wife, who is the proponent and the originator of this business, AJ, my trophy wife, my royal hotness, right? Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Yeah, we were in the pharmaceutical company in our first lives, in
Hmm.
our previous lives.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
what? So it was your wife who inspired you to go into the nail salon business. Do I see that right?
Yeah, yeah. When we were in the pharmaceutical company, we're ethically promoting our products to healthcare professionals. We were both in sales, and I would say we were in living a comfortable life. We got to travel around the world. We can send our kids to good school, and we eat in fancy restaurants. Then we realized that in sales, you are as good as your last performance. There will be somebody who's much younger, hungrier, and good looking than I am. So we're not getting any younger. So my wife and I decided to venture into business. That's the way to go. If we want to succeed, if we want to be prosperous, we have to engage ourselves into business. And we scanned all the successful people in the world to find out what's their secret ingredient, and we found out that it's most of them are into business. They're owning they're either business tycoons or they're business operators. So that's why we venture first in our burger stand in a burger store. um we're selling pretty well back then. We're earning well, but it's too small, it's too meager. Imagine it's not. There are times that we run out of supplies. I need to go to the nearest grocery just to buy buns and breads and all that. And at the end of the day, you only got this much of your income. So maybe this is not the thing for us. That's
So
what
when
we
when when was
decided.
that? When did you start it actually, Nail Glow? When did you open your first? When did you open your first outlet?
That was in August 29, 2009. It is because my trophy wife, AJ, is passionate about going to the nail spa at least every weekend during Saturdays. So imagine, we are busy during Monday to Fridays doing our field works, being a medical representatives, and during Saturdays, um, this is her spa day. This is her me time day. So I'm bringing her to the nearest nail salon. But the thing is, we have to wait for 2.5 hours. That's the pain points of having a Cleopatra like a wife in the person of AJ. you have to wait for 2.5 hours because the space is so limited and it's cramped up, and there are a lot of people waiting on the lines. And I asked her, AJ, is there any other branch that is do they have a satellite branch to cater for other spillover clients? And she said, wala eh, ito lang eh. So I really have to wait. So I'm waiting for 2.5 hours in the car, waiting for her during a weekend, which is supposedly a family time for us, and it's eating up 50% of our 15% of our waking hours in that waiting for her in the spa. And I cannot fault her because that's her passion. She really loves to make her to beautify herself, to pamper herself. That's the light bulb started to pop up. Why not start a business where you will enjoy? So why don't we venture into a nail spa business last that that has something to do with this pampering, self love, those ideas. So that's the starting point of our business, Nails.Glow. That's the
So,
story.
okay, tell us also a little bit of the actual startup. What you decided to do, and what lineup of services you had then.
We started a simple store in Pag-asa, Quezon City. Way back then, it's about 20 square meters, I remember. AJ has already resigned that time, so she's tendering the cashier. I am doing my chores during the nighttime where I'm wearing my long sleeves, and the nailing, the hiring advertisement for manicuristas at nighttime, and at the same time throwing the trash in the garbage bin upon closing time. So those were our humble beginnings. Then after that, we thought of having a more sustainable source of income. Let's make convert this into a passive income stream. So let's why since there were clamors about having it in other areas, why don't we venture into franchise? Since
So I
we
remember when you came to my office, you had only two outlets,
yeah,
you
that was in Pag-asa, and the other one
Pagasa
is
and
in Tandasora, right? It's there
Sora,
in our
exactly. Yes,
area.
you
Yeah.
still, you had also massage service at the time. Are you still having that until now? Massage in your outlets?
Yeah. Body services.
Hmm.
So actually, it was AJ who researched for RK for you guys, and after that, the the business really flourished because you referred to us your initial recruits for franchisees, and we were able to scale up not just in Metro Manila but also in Visayas, in Mindanao, and okay, I would like to express this. I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude, my attitude of gratitude to you because you're very, very instrumental. You're really a vital cog in shaping up Nails.Glow to where it is right now. Really, really.
Thank
And
you.
it doesn't stop there.
That's
It
part
doesn't
of our
stop there.
job.
Even up to this moment when guys, when I call RK, I need a good lawyer. Or she referred attorney Jun
Attorney
Lim
Lim.
to
Yes,
Nails.Glow.
correct,
Attorney Jun Lim. RK, I need a good business coach. He referred Raymond Lim to us, a
correct,
Singaporean coach. Jun
correct,
Lim, I need a good resounding brand endorser. Can you link us up with Mami Pinty, the mother
correct.
of Alex
Alex,
Gonzaga? And
correct,
now Gonzaga is our brand
correct.
ambassador. So he continues
Whatever you need, you
to
get it
help
from
us.
Arcade.
We're just, RK, we're just privileged that we're just a regular business. I'm a regular businessman is privileged enough to stand on the shoulders of a giant like you, RK, a giant
That's
in
right.
the franchise industry.
Thank
So
you.
we're
Thank
really
you. No, no, no.
thankful. We're
It's
really
just our
thankful.
job. We want all our clients to be successful and to grow. So it's
Mhm.
just for me, that's just a normal process. What And I'm happy that you were able to grow actually that
But
fast.
honestly, do you foresee this in your crystal ball that we're gonna reach? This is our 11th year right now with around close to 100 branches. Way back then, we're on our maiden
Actually,
stage.
yes, because I saw in you in especially in your boss the drive behind
Mm-hmm.
that she really wants to make it big.
Yeah,
And this is usually if the boss wants it, of course. What choices do we have? We have to follow.
yeah. And support. Yeah. Maybe she's laughing right now. Okay.
All right. So you said it already. How many outlets you have right now
Right now, we have roughly nearly 100 branches, plus one master franchise in Riyadh,
in Saudi?
Saudi
Yes.
Arabia. Saudi.
Uh, how many of them are still company owned?
We have three company owned. The rest
Only
are
three. So
franchisee.
the rest,
We
everything
sold
else
some.
is
We sold some of our company owned because the franchisee loves to own that branch. So
yeah,
we give it to them.
yeah. But why not? Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's a good way also to.
We're looking to opening another two more company store this year. Hopefully,
Mm.
it will progress.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Diba? So
Yeah.
what's uh tell us now a little bit also about the services and what I'm sure some of our viewers know Nails.Glow because your 100 stores are practically scattered throughout the Philippines. And
Yeah.
I'm right now in Cagayan de Oro. We have one here
Yeah.
downtown. What's the price range actually of your services?
Yeah. Our
What you
flag
offer?
carrier, RK, our flag carrier is still the nail care segment. But we
Okay.
also offer facial services, body services, waxing, threading, and even glutathione injectables. We have that
Your
in our
market is
dentist.
your market. You cater right now
We
more to the mid
cater
class, or
we cater to B and broad C market to
all
adapt
right.
to mid-range pricing. We are about two notches higher compared to those unbranded nail spa in the community and two notches lower in pricing compared to those high-end upscale luxury nail spa
Mm,
with brands you cannot even pronounce.
yeah,
Yeah. So mid-range pricing.
yeah. You for quite some time, you have already endorsers. Like now, you have Alex Gonzaga. Do you think it helped you in actually increase the sales?
Oh,
Having
well,
an endorser, does
Oh,
it?
well, yes, very
Mm,
well. Since this type of business is, it employs aspirational marketing, these are really crowd drawers. They're really driving foot traffic inside our stores. Yeah.
mm,
Plus, of course, the mileage that we can get from there, we can generate for visibility.
mm.
Uh, Alex Gonzaga is undoubtedly one of the famous media influencer we have right now in the country. So about
Yeah,
more than 10 million followers. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And creating
correct,
waves
correct,
of mileage for
correct,
us.
correct. So I guess she will be staying on with you, no?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
some time.
yeah,
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice to hear.
yeah.
All right. What about you said already earlier you opened already in Saudi. How did that come that you ended up in Saudi?
Oh, yeah. I think that was in 2017. An Arab couple called us up here in the office. She talked to us. They talked to us. Ferdy, please present your franchise presentation to us. We'll be here in Manila. We'd like to listen to your franchise offer. But I'll be honest with you, there are other three nail spa companies who will present ahead of you. So that's the big challenge. I'll be presenting the last. So if ever you kind of convince us to have your franchise, we will bring it to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Just give us maybe 1 month or 2 months to decide. Then we made the presentation. We think they were impressed, but they promised to call us around after 2 months. But 2 months had passed, but there were no calls. So I told my team, let's charge it to our experience because it won't materialize. Our dream is would materialize. But you know what? After 1 year, after 12 months of waiting, they called up. and they already have the location, and they want to sign the unit franchise agreement at first, unit franchise agreement at once, and they're in hurry to have it because they are starting to pay the rent. And we're so happy because we will be bringing an all Filipina cast to man the store, and we will bringing all the Filipino brand supplies there to operate a Nails.Glow in that area. Plus the fact that we are intend to push for a master franchise as well, so that she can uh, have more branches in her region. So after 2 years of managing a unit franchise, they finally decided to have it as a master franchise. And this year they will be opening up two more. After 3 years operating, they will be opening two more this year in Riyadh. And we're so thankful with this couple because they're really good steward of the brand. They're really taking care of our people, and they're really taking care of our brand.
But what you just told me is so typical. We experience it all the time in the Middle East when we deal with Arabs. When we because we're also doing a lot of franchise development in the Middle
Yeah,
East.
in that area.
When you send them an offer, they will tell you, "Yeah, we're coming back to you in 2 months." Then you don't hear a year from them. And once they call you, they tell you, "Okay, we'll start tomorrow." And they want it immediately. They don't want to wait
Yeah,
anymore. They let you wait for 1 year,
that's
but then when they finally
the
decided,
style.
they want it the next day. Yeah, that's typical the approach from the Arabs. We know that same with us in the franchise development. That's how they deal with people. It's I find it kind of funny. All right, that's an excellent thing also. Now, Ferdy, tell us also. Very interesting topic. Last year we all were hit
Oh.
like hell from the pandemic. What happened in your stores?
Well, we are not spared from the vanquish of COVID-19. No, that time we were in Holy Land. I'm celebrating my birthday when the pandemic broke out. So I we immediately assembled our task force COVID-19 headed by our medical director to craft countermeasures to at least mitigate the impact of COVID-19 in our stores, not with our clients, especially with our employees. So the entire franchise system is halted. We're closed, and we just bank on our brand equity being here for more than 10 years. Probably that's the advantage of being here for a long time. You have the courage to face this kind of circumstances with
Correct,
courage. Yeah.
correct.
So in our head office, we of course we observe proper healthcare protocols for our franchisees. We had Zoom meetings regularly. We see to it that they're updated with what's happening around, and we help them as well with the rental negotiations with their landlords or with their mall operators. And for our employees, since they are really hardly hit, these sectors were really the hardly hit sectors. We see to it that they're financially okay by um, preparing or helping them with their Dole camp application during that time. The 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 grant from the government. And at the same time, my wife, would you believe, sold some of her pre-loved clothes and um, bags just to alleviate the plight of these employees. So those are the things that we have done during those critical period, and to um, to build a stronger uh, presence, we launched the Batang NDG. Batang NDG is a campaign, is a rara campaign, is a morale boosting campaign among our employees, highlighting the qualities of an NDG, Batang NDG warrior, wherein one must be adaptable, agile, courageous, empathetic, and hopeful. So those qualities, we drumbeat those qualities so that it would resonate across all our employees across all our branches in the Philippines.
So right now, all outlets are open again.
Ninety
Everybody.
percent 90% are now operational, 10% are still under negotiation with the landlords because some landlords do not provide furlough for rentals.
Mm, mm. What do you think will be now the future in the nail salon business?
Since our clients would appreciate less contact transactions with the advent of this
Mm,
pandemic, we are now investing on the digitalization
mm,
platforms. Uh, so in the way they order, the franchisees in their ordering systems is contactless,
mm,
and for our stores, we will redesign it to make it relevant to the current pandemic times. So there will be barriers and in our couches, in our
mm,
counters, and those things to make it
mm,
more relevant.
mm. What's your expectation for the next 2 years? How many franchises you want to add? You already have almost
Actually,
100.
actually, I have a
So,
slide. If you
okay.
may, can
Yes,
I show my
please.
slide?
I'll add it
Okay.
to the stream. Okay.
Okay.
We put in your presentation on. All right. And please go ahead, Freddie. Do your presentation about the franchise.
Okay.
It's already on the screen.
Okay. Wait. Wait. Uh-huh.
You accidentally
Yeah, I need to
chose
share.
to share.
I think I need to share it again.
You
Do
need
you
to
see it
share it
now?
again. This is correct. You
Do
have
you
to
see?
share it.
Do you see it now?
Not yet.
Really?
Yes,
Sorry about that.
that can happen. That's the digital life these days, and you're coming in again. So I'm adding it. Oops, that's the wrong one, Freddie. This is not the correct one. You shared
Yeah.
the screen itself. You have to go to the center and like what you
Uh,
did earlier. So we're still waiting for the presentation of Ferdie of Nails.Glow for the franchise, and then
there. There. I
once
think. Oh no.
there you go.
Sorry. There.
No, still the
No.
same again, Ferdie.
Sorry.
Still the same again. So you have to go to the center of it. And once Freddie has done his presentation, then we bring in uh, David Abrenilla again and do his presentation. And in the meantime, enjoy your food, David.
Yeah, I'm just having some
Uh,
popcorn here. It's very entertaining. It's like watching a movie, and
that's right.
learning new things,
That,
and
that's
and being
right.
inspired.
Correct.
Yeah.
No? Right. So, Freddie,
It's not showing. Still not. Oh, there you go. Got it. You see now?
let's see. There you go. All
Yeah.
right.
Finally. Finally. Let me share
Yes.
with you some of the
I'll see you
plans of
later again,
Nail.
David. I take you out from the stream. All right, please do your presentation, Ferry.
Yeah, you're asking me about the plans of Nails.Glow for 2021 and beyond. That is to have 500 more branches by the next 5 years. Of course, to be present in the international playing field and to be the leading FDA certified nail spa in the Philippines. We wish to have our own manufacturing plant or facility, hopefully next year, and to have a strong recruitment and TESDA affiliated training school. Now, We are now implementing a lot of marketing initiatives, but I think it boils down to the clarity and consistency of what we are doing. We are clear with our target market. Our target market are those female nail spa advocates aged 25 to 45 years old who love regular self-care and pampering outside their homes. We are very consistent with our strategy of providing the ultimate nail spa experience when they sit in our couches. And lastly, we're consistent with our communication. Self-love. We promote self-love in our store, in our branches, and love languages. Actually, these love languages, I'm not authorized to reveal this because this is something that the customer should feel, and it's part of the training manual, training recipe of our spa personnel, that every customer should experience these love languages every time they visit our store. That's the
Freddy,
clarity. And yeah.
can you go to your PowerPoint presentation, and then you can scroll it down, and then it will be visible here. Correct.
Now you see it now.
Yes. You can
Yes.
also make it full screen.
Yeah. So for those interested about our franchising system, our franchising fee is 400,000. That's inclusive of the following: use of trade name, location approval, training of franchisee and staff, procurement program, marketing assistance, opening assistance, operations manual, research and development. The initial term is 5 years for our contract. And for those asking how much would be the initial capitalization, for an outside mall is about 2 million to 3 million for outside mall. And for inside mall or mall base, it's about 4 million to 5 million. Turnkey. Turnkey. The construction is already part of the investment. And the continuation fee is from 6,000 if it's outside the mall and 8,000 for inside mall. There. Let me end my presentation with this slide. Let me end this presentation with this slide. Okay, here's a quote from Simon Sinek: "People don't buy what you do; they buy what you do, and what you do simply proves what you believe." This is a very nice quotation from Simon Sinek, and I'm propagating this among our people. The customers don't care what we do in our stores; they care on our big why. So our big why is all about love, our self-care, self-love that we are promoting in our stores. That picture is the picture of my Royal Hotness RK. That's AJ. Yeah.
All right.
She
We'll
might
make.
she
We'll
she
show you
might
off.
curse
Okay.
Yeah, she might curse me in 5 languages if she'll see this photo in her in her bathing suit. But I just want to drive a point because she best epitomizes the brand value of Nails.Glow. It's about self-love. She's already 42 years old, but she looks like only 22 years old because the way she is taking care of herself and loving herself.
I'll let you know something. I have a message here, and we show this now. Sorry, this is the wrong one. We have here from Anna Opena from your hotness. She says, "Hi, Aki." And she says, "Of course." She says, "Hi, Sir Ferdie," with a love. Okay.
Wow.
So your hotness is very well watching us. Okay. All right. Thank you for the presentation, Freddy.
You're welcome.
And I'll see you later again. And I'm now bringing in David Abrenilla, and he will introduce his show for next week about Phil SME. And David, please do your screen sharing now. Okay,
All right, sorry, that was my nephew a while ago.
that
Just picking
happened.
up the popcorn that I was eating a while ago. And he just took it and left. Just went like, dude. That's
Correct.
life, you know.
That's life. Correct. So make please do know your presentation. David.
Okay, hello everyone. I'd like to introduce myself first. My name is David Abrenilla. I'm the CEO of MediaCom Solutions. We are a professional trade show organizing company since 2013, and I'm the founder of the Philippine SME Business Expo as well as the Entrepreneur and Franchise Expo Philippines. And we have something very, very exciting coming up, which is our first virtual expo for the Philippine SME Business Expo. And our goal is to help entrepreneurs, specifically small and medium business owners. So our expo has two aspects of it. Number one is that we are supplying business solutions for small business owners. That could be from marketing, digital marketing agencies or companies, accounting softwares, banking and financing platforms to make it easier for you to send or receive money, customer service platforms as well, so that you can communicate better internally as well as with your customers. And if you are an attendee and you are a small business owner and you want to be able to get access to all of these platforms, all you have to do is just to visit our website at PHILSME.com, register there. We're using a registration platform called Eventbrite. It's very, very easy. Will take you less than 2 minutes. And then you can join us at the expo, which will be from February 23 to 25. We currently have 1,200 people signed up already. So you will be able to network with like-minded people. You will be able to attend our conference for free. We have a 3-day conference with over 20 talks. These will be panel discussions as well as presentations. You will get insights on branding, how on economic strategies, on Facebook strategies, how to market. There's just so much content, so much value for you, and that's all for free. All right. And of course, you will be able then, right now we have 47 exhibitors. You'll be able to look at different kinds of great, awesome products that will be available for you. So, we are looking very, very much forward to see you. If you are interested to exhibit with us, all right, we still have some space left. We will be looking forward to hear from you. The price for our virtual booth is 25,000 pesos. That includes basically your space, your branding in it, and access to communicate with the exhibitors, with the attendees, and it gives you also access to our platform. Let me show you real quickly how does it look like. Okay, so let me share my screen with you guys. Okay, here we go. All right. So basically, this is the platform. This is how it looks like. This is what will people see, right? So they will see, okay, our sponsor for this year is Freshworks. Our gold sponsor will still be added. It's Regis and Spaces. But here you will basically have access to all the exhibitors. All right. And then once you click on the attendees list, basically that's what you will be seeing here. Here, basically, you have all the attendees. You'll be able to message them, to view their profile, what they do. It's very interactive, very communicative, very easy to use. That's the most important part. We have a mobile application, so you can interact with people through your phone as well as on your desktop. So if you're on the go, no worries about that. And and the agenda. So you'll be able to attend our conferences. It starts at 10 a.m. in the morning. We'll have the DTI director for the small and medium enterprise department with us, who will share also his insights on what the government is planning to help small and medium enterprises. Of course, our good friend Rudolf Kotik will be there to talk about franchising for all the people that are interested to franchise their restaurant or to franchise their business, or that are looking for franchise. So I would like to invite you all, just visit our website, www.philsme, that's PHILSME. And I'm looking forward to see you, and have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much.
All right, David. Thank you so much for your presentation. And yes, my seminar will be next Thursday at
Correct.
3 p.m., 1 hour before the franchise hour. Okay? So I
Perfect
do
timing.
back to back. I will be doing back to back. All right? So before anything else, I give you also our updates. Today we had the franchise hour with Mr. Ferdie Opena. In case you're interested to get a copy of my book all about franchising, you can have it for free. All you do is send us a message and we email you a copy of my book all about franchising, more than 100 pages to read. As David said, next week we are all at the 10th Philippine SME Business Expo and Conference Virtual Edition, February 23 to 25 on philsme.com. Very practical. We can do this all from home without having to go to any expo hall. Please feel free also to read our magazine, franchising.ph. We are featuring this month one of my favorite pizza chains, Amare La Cucina from Baguio, which is of course also our client. We developed a franchise, and beside of uh, Amare, we have 52 other pages. And if you read the previous issue, in the previous issue, we featured Nails.Glow. So Ferdy, our guest, and his wife AJ were featured and on the front page of the last issue of franchising.ph. If you want to franchise your business, please contact us, Archi Franchise Consultancy, so we can give you a complete franchise development, which includes the structuring of the franchise, operations manuals, the marketing materials, the legal aspects, franchise disclosures, all the manuals, everything. Also want to go international, like Ferdy, when he went to Saudi, we did the contracts for them. So everything what has to do with franchising, we do for our clients, and we stay with them practically forever. And of course, you become also a member of FIFA, Filipino International Franchise Association. We're also taking care of people, their trademarks and other things what they need to be a professional franchisor. If you want to read more about franchising and want to see more videos, we have our YouTube channel, RK Franchise. More than 20 seminars and for expos last year are all on the YouTube channel, RK Franchise, and also some videos from our clients. So next week we have the topic in our franchise hour is Fury franchises, and my guest will be Miss Christine Caballas, the owner of Metrodog, and a special presentation of Franchise Co, which is a franchise portal with whom we are working also together. So we are there for almost at the end of the day. I still read a few messages what we got, like from Mr. Richard Dominguez. More power to Nails.Glow, still growing. This shows good management and franchise of franchisee relationship. That's correct. Plus quality service as well. Congratulations on the 11th year in the business, said Mr. Richard
Thank you,
Dominguez.
Richard.
And then we have from Catherine Postillo Pilago. She says hi to you. And then again, Mr. Richard Dominguez, we need to we need more of these talks. Thanks, Rudolf, watching from Dubai. You can also get the franchise for Dubai if you want, Richard. Nails.Glow is available to expand to the Middle East, not only to Saudi, but also to the UAE. We'll be happy to get a franchise in there for you. All right. So this is the end of this week's show. I would like to thank Ferdy, Mr. Pena. Thank you for joining me to this week. As I said, Mr. Ferdie Opena from Nails.Glow and Mr. David Abrenilla from MediaCom, organizer of the PhilSME next week, February 23 to 25. Thank you, everybody, and see you next Thursday, 4 p.m. on the next franchise hour. Thank you. Bye-bye.